Chill vibes tonight, chill vibes tonight. Laid back life, laid back. No stress, no fight, no stress, no fight. Throwing parts together, throwing parts. Crafting all night, all night. Get ready to build, get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Chill vibes tonight. Chill vibes tonight. Laid back life. No stress, no fight. No stress, no fight. Throwing parts together. Crafting all night. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right.
Well, good Monday morning. Greetings to all of you travelers and, of course, all you builders out there. It's me, that dude, Kevin C. Here yet again at Action Pants Gaming. On this Monday, May the 19th, in the year 2025, just to clarify. And I got about 3 minutes after the 10 a.m. hour, so I'm running a little late this morning. It's Monday. I'm late. Oh well. But I know some of you are still sitting there out in the past, and some are even somehow in the future. But whatever present you happen to be in as you're watching this, well, I hope it's going good for you. All right, let's do some stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing. The city's done. I'm going to go and I'm going to walk around the city a little bit because it's a couple of years of a project that just, ended abruptly, without me being able to do what I wanted to do. But hey, let's check on over the chat. It's Monday. It's early. I'm not expecting too many people here. But we have Raven's Multiverse. Good morning, or in your case, probably afternoon. Thank you for joining. Glad to have you along. Yeah, Monday. Monday. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Oh, yeah. So the music channel, Raven. You have to right-click on the chip and lower the user volume, and then right-click on me, and you can raise my voice. It is still in the experimental stage because there's a few people have joined, and I have to figure out somehow to just let people know. I should probably do something in the description of something in that channel. But thank you. Yeah, that is the biggest thing that I'm running into, is that the music, unfortunately, I don't know how to change that ahead of time, if it's even possible. I think when you join, you have to turn them down. So in the music channel, you'll see the chip, and the chip will, it's like turning, any other person in the chat up or down their volume. Grammy, good morning. Thank you for joining. All right. We're going to just, because I'm sad. I'm just, it's done. So yeah, I'll probably be on the music channel tonight, as a matter of fact. But you'll probably be in bed by that point. Be like 1 in the morning, probably, or 12, somewhere around there, by the time I get back on that, because I got to do some errands today. All right, we'll let it load in. Pop, 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 pop. It does take a minute, even for me. Well, if Raven and Grammy are both here, then why is YouTube telling me there's only one person? That's what I don't get about YouTube. They're so bizarre on their things. And it's odd that, like, I'll gain a bunch of subscribers and then lose 1 or 2 out of nowhere. It's just weird, YouTube. You do things weirdly. Yeah, see, I never got to... See, I should just delete this because it's not attached to anything. Yeah, see, the collision bubble is so low. Damn it. All right. All right, we may scavenge a part or 2 left. But I think we have like a part, maybe. Let me take a look. We might not have any parts left, I don't know. Yeah, we have nothing. Nothing. One bad meat, what's going on? Yeah, it's YouTube. It makes no sense sometimes. Like, I'll have the same settings and everything's running excellent. And then out of nowhere, it's like, there's a problem. Like, why is there a problem? Nothing has changed. And then it'll go back to being okay again. It's like, you know, make up your mind. I've got the recommended settings and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, 15,964 is the limit. I can't, you know, so I was hoping for 16 even, but apparently because I unfortunately started a what do they call those things? YouTube sounds like you're a settlement. Took me like half a minute to think about that for some reason. Yeah, settlement. My bases. Boom, that's it. And I can't get rid of either one of these, so Raven, thank you. It you know, I mean, I knew, and I've never been featured. I'm not, you know, I'm glad that the community and you know, my small contribution from the past has helped to continue this beautiful game and, you know, this community and, you know, the building, you know, for me very specifically as well, because that's why I fell in love with the game on top of everything else, you know. It's like, oh, there's stuff to do. If I don't want to go exploring, you know, I have a way to be creative, and, you know, they allow us, for the most part, to be pretty creative until they change things on us. And for no reason sometimes, like now, like the whole like copy and then it goes back to its original, and you know, things like that, which was a problem in the past and now it's a problem again, and yeah, you know, blah blah blah. But you know, I knew when I got into this, to make this longer and more boring, I knew when I got into this, it was never going to be a featured base. I knew, you know. All right, hold on. I got to make an adjustment on my camera because I'm not digging it. And I got to go over here to do it. I forget that all the time. So I apologize. Pardonnez-moi un momentito while I do something here. Hey, the other one. There we go. Gotta love updates. And also when I have to restart my computer sometimes. Yeah, now I don't feel like I'm grown out of the bottom there. Well, I feel like I'm a little too tall here now. So yeah. Let's just get on with it, shall we? Yeah, I wish this could be featured as well. I mean, it would be nice. There would have to be an awfully big push from the community to make this a featured base. And I don't think they would anyway, and I would agree that it wouldn't be fair, you know, to feature something like this that is not uploadable. I mean, it'd be the only way people could view it, though, is they would have to figure out a way to be like, all right, here's a chunk of whatever, you know, to put this base so people can go view it. You know, would it be awesome? I would freaking love it, you know, for people to be able to actually walk around here and enjoy what I get to enjoy for the most part, and except for the render there, which is kind of a drag. Especially when it was rendering so perfect when I first did the cross save. Like, why did it degrade? How did it degrade? That's what I want to know. Like, why? It was perfect. when I first got it. I was like, this is amazing. It's just like when I get on the PlayStation. It renders the way it's supposed to. And the textures and everything were better. So I'm not sure what's going on, but yada, yada, yada. But yeah. It is, you know, it is what it is, as they say. I wish I could have decorated everywhere and done, you know, the teleporters to where I wanted to do them and, you know, blah. I wish there was not a build limit. You know, could I come in here and, you know, grab a... I could, but it, you know, it wouldn't be the same, you know. It would lose its je ne sais quoi. Or its merdeness. Well, that doesn't really need to be there, but I kind of like it at the same time. Wish I had done that over here as well. I'm not sure what flowers you're talking about. Oh, the garden? The firefly garden? Yeah, I called this the firefly garden. The first time I made a garden with the, you know, the insects. Chesty, thank you for gifting. You don't have to do that. You're so awesome. You know that 07 thing, y'all better get on that. You know, anybody does anything like that. Yeah, you know, I had a time where I was, you know, I did this one and I'm like, ooh, let me go spread this around. But part of doing that in here gives that, you know, that continuity. I wish I could just do more, you know, like pipe work and, you know, bits and pieces. I wish there was not a limit. Thank you so much. Thank you, Justin, for that B class. You know what? I was going to remove the dirt, but it kind of works. It kind of works. It really sort of does. I mean, would it be cool to be an empty circle? Yes. Could we do that? Probably. Oh, like that, apparently. Actually, I think it was better with the dirt. Yeah, because I was going to probably put something there anyway, so. Let's reload and see what happens, because I didn't save. I want to see. Alright, once I walk around the city, we'll go hit one of the R&Ds. I want to do... I have an idea. I don't know. I mean, I could do... I could also do the underwater. But I'm kind of, you know, done with that in a way. I'm like, alright, we sort of know how this works. You know, am I really going to build a ton underwater? I might build one. I just want to make sure. It's the parts, you know, and they're just the difficulty to get it all to work and the amount of setup you have to do. You know, this is one of the reasons I wish I still had mods, is I would, you know, be a lot easier. I wouldn't have to do so much, you know, button pushing and, you know, redoing things because the glitch didn't work. That kind of bit. Did we reload? Ah, nice. Dirt's back. Yeah, looks better with the dirt. It truly does. I'd like something here maybe to kind of, offset it, but it works well enough. I think one of my favorite areas is over here. Again, wish I could have done a little bit more mechanical moving bits here. Like, I would like to have done that here, Bonk, bonk. Or one of them in the middle, but I think here and here would have been the way to go. Leaving these empty, that would have been fine. But now we could, do one last search, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of like, is there anything in here that does not need to be here? And we're also going to what's over here? A pipe? Alright, we know that these need to be there in order to maintain shape. Oh! Ha ha ha! Look at that. Thank you. The never-ending build, I swear. One part! One! And where is my control panel? That would be there, which I'm not going to be able to get underneath without digging. Alright, we got a firework. Oh, I mean, I've scoured the heck out of this. There are essentially no parts left. I can kind of scavenge a bit and piece here and there. I should probably fill this in. Does this actually need to be filled in? No. Oh, yeah, because I was going to do a whole thing out here, blah, 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 but I could fill it in. Alright. It's actually needed something here. I hit the overall game limit, yes, the save limit. I can no longer build. No more fun for me on this save. Frame manipulator seems to be acting funny too. Like it's not picking that up unless I hit more to the ground. I mean, what I'm about to say is obviously a joke, or me being, facetious. Perhaps they were secretly watching waiting for me to run out of parts. They're like, all right. See, but this is where it gets a little bizarre right here, where the... I wonder if that's the... See, if I bring back some of the dirt... Yeah. Makes it look a little more authentic. Not so cut. Ah, shoot, I should have left that. Alright, that works. So yeah, if anyone ever joins for music night, just go into you know, the settings on the individual people when you're in Discord chat. Right click on the chip bot, and you can raise and lower the, you know, the volume of the music. I just want to put that out there again. Hunting for parts, looking for parts. What don't we really need? Hunting for parts, looking for parts. 'Cause we've hit almost 16K. That kind of needs to be there. There actually should be another one. Damn it. Oh, we found that one part though, so we could. Because there was going to be a bridge connecting the two, but we're looking for parts, hunting for parts. I'm pretty sure I have run the gamut of, you know, finding my setups, you know, cubes and things like that. Dashboard Devil, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I mean, we have done, and I can't even build underneath right now to, you know, to get underneath. I wouldn't have enough parts. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh no, where am I? Hey, look at that. 2 parts. Oh, are these attached to anything that's important? I hope not. It like shoots me down underneath, right? Actually, I don't even think this needs to be here. Ooh, we might have just found 3. We did indeed. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully that didn't delete anything important. Now, how the heck do I get out of here? Right here. Oh, this is beauty. All right. Does this need to be here? It does not. These do. All right, so now... I know. This is like... What are you attached to? Oh, I know what you're attached to. Okay. All right. Well, we got a couple more parts. And I know, I think I'll... Does this need to be... Yeah, that fits in that weird little angle. That's right. Yeah, we had to deal with that. And that comes out. part of that weird little angle. Where is that? Hey, a wire. There's another part. Alright, those are obviously there for a reason. Where are they? Where am I? I'm by the flame pit. Okay. Let's put this back. You're not gonna let me. This is interior. Does this all need to be here? What happens if I do... Because that just needs to come through here, right? Doesn't actually have to... This is underneath. Alright, maybe I didn't scour enough. Ooh. Alright, let's get back down there and... Where did I get trapped? Alright, now we gotta go and look. And make sure we didn't destroy anything. I mean, that was pipe work, so I don't think so. All that looks the same. Doesn't look like we lost anything here. Still doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I guess we're not quite done. I mean, I'm still limited because doing any sort of setup work is a temporary, loss of part. When you're limited on parts. This all looks okay. Yeah? Alright. And then up by the fire pit. There was a discrepancy that I wasn't certain we needed. in there. Yep. Okay. We do need those because, unfortunately, if we didn't, this would be a weird gap. Same with right here. I couldn't, I had to fudge that. Alright. We just gained one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We just gained 11 parts. It just won't end. Oh. All right. Well, and again, we could, we do potentially, you know, we do have this. You know, I could bring this terrain back in and hide some of the, and you know, and use some of that. Actually, let's see how much would come back in. All right. All right. I'm actually going to use one of them for cleaner edge. You know, it's not just like gunk. All right. So how many do we have now? I could probably just bring up the count and do some, you know, simple math, but I like doing the countdown, to be honest. It's more fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13. 13. All right, where are we going to go spend 13 parts? That's not a hard task, obviously. Ooh. Don't know if I like that. stick the way I want you to. Alright, so... Felt that sneeze coming on. I don't know if I can allow that to go like that. It just doesn't... It's things like that that drive me crazy, you know? How many people will really notice that? Learned Hand, welcome. You know, Learned, at this point, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know where I would put it for starters. I might, you know, I maybe would have put it up here, you know, just to get a little contrast. Potentially, the spot I really wanted to do it was like right up in here. But the problem with that is... then it covers and gets in the way of this. Which... oh, wait a minute, Dora. No. You know, I have it set up and ready to go to put it here. You know, so... and, you know, we could do a weird test. Wait a minute. I don't know what I have for wonders, though. I know in the save it's not a whole lot. I wanted like the gold or, you know, red colored like I have in my underwater, or wherever I have it. Yeah, it's one of the deep water ones. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, my PC character has it on the other save, which I suppose I could visit the PlayStation. I don't know how that works at this point. And I could drop it off. You know, the other spot that I was potentially thinking would have been, I think that would be the best spot for it. But I don't have crud for wonders on this save. Because we've done like 0 exploring on this save. Like, I've got planets, you know? Yeah, it's like 0, 12. So my wonders are pretty non-existent. Oh, really? What color do you have? I could go, I mean, a red one or orangey or, you know, something contrasty for... be nice. Trying to think of what I have for colors on that save. I think it's like a red and a white. Yeah, see, I go and it's like, I don't, I mean, there was no need for me to at one point, you know what I mean? Once I started building here, that was like, alright, I'm just building. There was no need to truly, what do you look like? Yeah, see, I'd love to have a bunch of these kicking around the city, you know, like, you know, little group of them over in the corner, hanging out, you know, talking, like they're, you know, like the city was inhabited, in a way. White, off-white, yellow, reddish orange, green, teal blue, and lavender. Yeah, reddish orange would be nice. That would work in the city. Yeah, see, it's like it's really pointless here. Most of these I was just, yeah, see, and this should work. That's so bizarre. Are they in purples? I wonder if it has to do with where that is located. That might be it. That never used to do that before. Yeah, but that shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, because if it's in a purple system, I can't get there from here with this save. All right, well, 13. I can't believe it. It really is like never ending. All right, I think I'm gonna fix that area because I know I'm gonna notice it. It shouldn't take me a lot of parts to do so. All right, this should be able to go up and hopefully back in. You're gonna be a pain. Alright, so let's go up. And we need to bring you in. So. Are you attached to anything important? No. I'm going to delete you. Bring you out. Do that. That should bring you back just enough to match into that. Get rid of you. Drop you in. Take you again. Bring you over here. Or not. And only had to use one of the 13, so we should have 12 now. And that looks better. Hides that little gap. That would have drove me crazy, I know it would have. If we should go up a little higher. Oh, that's going to drive me nuts. Alright, I guess we're getting 2 pieces. You know, are you really being that picky? Better solution. Maybe not. Like, alright now. I could move it back. But I kind of like where it is now. Or dashboard, are they all out of a purple system? Or are they in, like, did you find them in normal? You know, a normal, you know, I'm being really, really overly picky there, I think. Especially since we have no parts left. Uh-oh. What is that? Oh, okay. Could cut that down. You know what? No. Style. I'm going to sacrifice the style to... I mean, is it that important? No. There is potentially 4 parts right there. And if not, a few more. Alright, where do we put these? What are we going to do? Where are we going to add these bits? Let's just call it 10 parts for now. I think we're at 12, but let's call it 10. Right, but do you have chords for one that is not in the purple system? I guess is my question. This drives me absolutely batty. Yeah, anything like that, I would be. Oh. There was a reason I did that, okay. And they flash no matter what. I can fix it, it doesn't matter, that's minor. See where it puts me for my autosave. Perfect. Uh-huh. Alright, let's call it 10. Like I was saying. We should probably do a hard save right about now. So I don't have to search for those parts again. Gary 420, what's going on? Yeah, I might do a little exploration with this. See if we get lucky, which we probably won't, but you never know. Because they are in deep water, the ones that I've found. The deep, deep. We might find a planet that, has deep water and... Alright, let's do a little exploration. We got to figure out where we're going to spend these 10 parts. Where would we get the most advantage? I think we need some light in some areas. Pardon me. I would like to do more pipe work around, but that's a lot of parts. So I think if we can throw in that, kind of hologram up here, we might have something neat. But I also don't want it to block, or obscure too much of the other stuff. So I might go here instead. A little lower. Don't know. We'll see what happens. We have to find the fish first. Find the fish first. We have to find the fish first. I'm trying to say that 5 times fast. We gotta find the fish first. We gotta find the fish first. Does it really need to be there like that? Should that come up? We got 10 parts. One, 2, 3, that's 6. Plus potential pipe working. And we have to get the setup. An actual water world. Yeah, it's kind of what I thought. I had a feeling. Because that's where I've, you know, obviously been finding them. But, you know what? Let's see if we can find some water and get lucky. We got 10 parts to spend, and it's a difficult, you know, task at this point, as we've been finding out. But just when I think I've run out of parts, there's 10 more. You know, do we... Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, no, I can live with that. Never mind. You know, we were over in the newer area. Or at least we have gotten some decoration in there, so it's not just, you know, it is not a dead area, if you will. There's some things going on. I think we need something here. I like how that's glowing at this point. Need something underneath it, though. I like that in the distance. That works. This would be better in this window. The only reason I did it like this was to go with all of that. But I think this moving and lit right here would probably work out better. So let's do that later. And then, because this is kind of jammed in here, I feel. Well, it's not too bad. Right on, dashboard. Hope she has a safe trip. I mean, this could use something. Alright, seeing if we want to make these go anywhere right now, they're not really doing anything. Which is a bummer. I hate the way that the thing cuts through. Where would that one go? I mean, this one goes somewhere. At least we have one that goes somewhere. But see how much that... I just don't like how this cuts through the build like that. You know, you can see that wire, and that's very long. Where can I attach this? Where will it actually go? Herein lies the problem, though. That I do not like. Look at that. Look at that. That's ridiculous. And I have a wire hider going. So, no. Like that, it's things like that, like these little things, and it didn't used to be like that before. You know? And the wire hider should hide the wires. I don't get it. I don't get it. Alrighty. Do we want this to blink? Nah. Constant on would be nice. Nicer. Down here. Is that a piece of wire? Ha 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 ha. Yet another part. I'm alright with that. I should start looking for those. I know I had a bunch around at one point. Example. And these don't need to be there. Or that. Or that. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, shoot. I don't know, that still works. I didn't even know if that was attached to anything. We'll find out afterwards. That doesn't need to be there. That doesn't. That doesn't. That does. That does. That does not. That does. Alright, hopefully I did not. Everything should be functioning there. The door functions. That should close it. It does. And we just landed ourselves a few new parts. You can't walk up here, so I had to do a little walk up. Well, all right there. We just picked up another handful. Scavenging. All right, what do we got now? Wish these would just stay the way they're supposed to. I'm not sure what that. I don't think that was attached to anything. Hey, sound author. We found a few more parts apparently. All right, let's do a count. You know, it's hard to say goodbye, you know? All right, I don't want to accidentally delete something, so. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We had 12, right? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23. All right, we can do something with that, maybe. All right, 23. Wow. Yeah, I think that light, that wire just went short. It was like connected originally for something, and then I think I may have clipped whatever I was doing there and then moved it. I think I did. Alright, so we should probably check for some loose wires too. That will probably be helpful. But yeah, all that we don't need. We did not do anything to in here. We didn't have anything, you know, that required power in here. Yeah, I think we're good. And you decided to change your coloration again for no particular reason. How many do we have? Shoot. What is 20 something? Totally lost. I had a whole other thought in my head right now. I'm like, all right, well, where are we gonna put this? All right, I think we should do some exploring because, well, we haven't in this save. And again, I wish I could do my other trick. It would hide those pill lights a lot better, and we would get a different, you know, glow. All right, because I'm an idiot and I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna recount. One, two, three, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23. Let's just call it 20. All right, 23. scour for... What's in there? Red pill lights. Yeah. Yeah. Well, greetings. There's another 2. Hey. It gives us 25. You gotta be powering something. What is going on with all that? Alright, pill light goes to that, which goes to that, which goes up to that. A lot of times I'd put like a, you know, when it was working, I would put a wire on the ceiling. What's going on here, though? What's inside there? Alright. Oh, light floors. Okay. Yep. Wait a minute. Is there an extra light here? Alright, that goes to that. Oop. Yes. That goes to that. That goes. Do we need that? Apparently we do. To light the light floor. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. Something like that. All right. The search for parts. I mean, there's, basically where we have been finding our stuff has been with, old setup parts. Like this, for example. That's there for a reason. Don't know what those are. What the hell is all in here? What's going on here? We got some sort of power thing here. I want to know. Probably not. One. Because those two are empty. Those are being... What's powering? Anything? Do I even need that? Alright, hold on. What the heck was that? See, setup. All right, we're going to take a little break. We've been sitting here for an hour and a half. I need to be kind of on time today because I got to help my friend out today. But you never know stuff. But I'm going to take a quick little breather. Then we're going to investigate maybe removing whatever's there. We're going to do another save just to be safe. Because we don't need, those lights don't need to be powered for any reason. Because they're already powered, because we have the base on. I don't know why I did the wires in there. I probably had an idea at one point, and it either never came to fruition, or whatever the case may be. Alright, we'll come back, we'll deal with that. Alright, again, taking my my halfway point break. For those of you who got to get going, thanks for stopping in, keeping us company. And for those of you sticking around, you know what to do. Get up, stretch out, peel the peepers away from the screen for a bit. It's good for you. Go do your own bio break, grab a snacky treat. Grab your tasty beverage, wash your hands before all that, though, and between all that. And we'll see you shortly. Button.
Clouds roll in, it's a mellow scene. Lights flicker soft like a faded dream. Laser beams cut through the rain. Easy vibes drifting like a train. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. Raindrops tap, not a soul around. Everything's still and my mind's unwound. Shapes in the mist, colors so bright. Nip, nip haze, feels like midnight. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. Clouds roll in, it's a mellow scene. Lights flicker soft like a faded dream. Laser beams cut through the rain. Easy vibes drifting like a train. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow.
Alrighty, we're back. Once I unhit the mute button. I'm curious, how many people, show of hands, if you don't mind, please, are actually in chat? I'm kind of curious as to what my view count and how accurate it is, because it does not seem to be. But it could be. All right. We did a save. I'm going to do another one because I don't trust myself. But it is showing. All right. Piggy, welcome. All right, we're going to try. To hold that. I can't get at them though because the sticker fork. Oh, that's why. If I remove the sticker, then I can get at them. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Now, hopefully I can put the sticker back in the same spot. That's going to be the trick. I liked that there. Hopefully that didn't do anything elsewhere. We'll check below and make sure. That could have done irreparable damage somewhere else. It's below this. Alright, so if we go straight back from that tower, that's still lit, that's still blinking. All right, I think we're okay. All right, we got the screen still up there. These are still there. That's there. Oh. That actually needed to be there, that. Uh-oh. Come on. Doesn't want to click on to... Okay. Alright. I know what we'll do. It will be a pain, but we will do it. He's looking up like, what the hell are you doing? Alright, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do that. Followed by that. Come on. You were right there. Up. You're going to be a pain. Problem. All right, let's turn it, hopefully. All right, so that was right underneath the architect. All right. What else? Yeah, we're not going in there. I think we can get rid of this. That's not really needed anymore. That leaves us... What are you? Pill lights, pill lights, pill lights. Aha! That's that. Hello? How are you? That all needs to be there. That doesn't need to be there, though, does it? No, it does not. What the hell happened here? Did I never get to that? I don't think I got to that. That's dirt. I could probably just put that back in. Okay. We'll see that in a minute. All right. This flashing is driving me insane. Make sure that didn't do anything funky over here. Really wish I could have, well, I probably could now. I could just make it small. More of a utility room anyway. Oh yeah, Upside Down Scientist is still rocking. Thankfully, from a distance, you can't really see it. Until you get up close. The amount of pill lights is ridiculous. Oh, what are you? Oh, you're connected to something already? Yes. Right there. And then to that, okay. What are you here? What is it? Oh, light, yeah. No, we went from having no pieces to we're going to do a count in a minute because since I've been searching, I've lost count. We just picked up a couple. And we forgot about things like wires. Oh. Yes. The pipe? Yeah. That should do that. Double tap tap. What's up? Underline. Hello. And hello. I guess I didn't scour enough. This is ridiculous. Holy mackerel. Oh, this is insane. Unbelievable. We'll get into that in just a minute, my friend. But a few more than 4. is that? What's under here? What's under here? What's under here? Sergeant Belson, what's going on? We have managed to locate a number of parts. We're going to do a count in a minute. Just when I thought I was done, it draws me back in again. That's pipe work. Pipe work. All right. Let's make sure we didn't screw anything up. I don't think we did. I mean, I can't believe all the wire I just found. Like, seriously, the amount of wire that we just picked up. I wish I had done a tally. But we had done a bunch of, you know, size changing. All right, let's do a count. Actually, no. So maybe I just haven't seen them yet, so I haven't really gotten a chance to. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 51. We picked up like another 30 parts. And hopefully we haven't done any irreparable damage. I don't see any. I think we're alright. There were a bunch. There were a lot more than I thought. Excuse me. It really has. I apologize, but in order to do more building, we kind of needed to do this. I thought I saw something over there doing some stuff. A little harder to find in here, but did I already get that one? I must have. Oh, that's just, okay, yeah, that's the middle, okay. And that was another what? What do we have? 50 something? I think we just picked up 3 more, 4 more. Let's say we have 54-ish. That definitely didn't alter anything here. $51, 2 blocks, 2 wires, so $55. Yeah, we had 2 blocks and the 2 wires, so that was 4 plus the 1, so we've got 55. Nice. If my math is right. All right. Well, let's give a little save. Running for the scaffold. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here? That might be difficult. Later, Sound out there. Thanks for stopping in. Damn wire. Where's the wire? All right, so that just gave me 55. I think we might be up to 60 parts. Hold on. This is getting to be kind of funny, actually. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. Where did I get all that from? 61. Oh yeah, over here. Yeah, everything. That was just setup. It was all setup. All these bits that I'm finding are, yes, but you forget sometimes when you're building. What the hell is that? No, you don't need to be here. Neither do you. Hello? Oh my goodness, really? I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm stoked. It's just funny how many, pieces of wire have been left behind. Mike Obi-Wan, what's going on? Yeah, we are, you're catching me near the end. We've still got about 45 minutes here, but, I was all bummed out because I thought I was done building in my city, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, you know what? Let's just do a last ditch part scrounge and see if we can find anything. And we found 60 something parts. It has been rather fun and interesting as well. Because you're just, all of a sudden you're like, oh, that didn't need to be there, and that doesn't need to be there. The big one for me, though, is the amount of wire I left behind. you know, from shrinking things and scaling things, you know, scaling things. Sometimes getting something into place, or, you know, just, you know, having a center point, you know, and that wire getting left behind. Like that, for example. Oh, that's a... What is that? That's bizarre. There it is. Boop. This doesn't really need to be there, because you can't even really see it. So let's get rid of that. And this is what I mean by... You just got pulled to something, but I can't see where it went. And I think... Well, every time I say it, I find more, so I can't... Where's that from? Oh, you're a light. Yeah. You're a pill light. I don't know what that is, but I'm not going to mess with it. That's too encapsulated for me to mess around with, so I'm not even going to bother with that. Yeah, scanning for tickets is showing up late. Red lights. Lights. I think. Yeah, but there's no way I'm getting into some of these spaces. I still can't believe the amount of wire I found. That is ridiculous. So like I don't even know necessarily where. I mean, some of it is going to probably be, you know, we'll probably have to go. Or not go, but be let go. Because I don't have, you know, a way to maybe access the part. Without destroying something. There's one. See, when you need parts and you're desperate for parts, you know, you'll go through what I'm going through right now. Like, I know there must be more. I mean, the issue is, you know, you got to take the time, unfortunately. But man, is it proven to be worth the effort. That's for sure. A lot of times I'll be working, I'm just like, I need, you know, this wire, and, you know, or I'll do something, and you know, just in the moment, and I'll forget about it later. That must connect to something. Symmetrical. I can't think of what those are. What's underneath this? What is that? Whatever it is, it's buried in there. What the heck is that? Alright, we need to get underneath this. Hold on. Oh, whatever they are, they're stuck in there. We're not moving that. Alright. I don't know what the hell it is. I wish I could figure it out. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I need that one, don't I? Oh, no, I don't. Okay. Don't really need this either, right? That's hidden. Ooh, that may have changed something. Nope. Ah, this one. Okay. Take that. Copy that. Actually, no, we'll do... Oh, damn it. No. I just keep finding parts. Well, finding them, I am searching them out and hoping that I don't destroy things in the process. Backside. Is this here? That I can see. Where is that? And you? What are you doing in here? Oh, those got to be coming from... What that's coming Right, these go to flooring exterior. What are you attached to? A whole lot of nothing. Okay. Alright, triangular pieces. Where? Right there. Okay. That's what those are for. Got it. And that is this weird bugger. Why is that there? Do I need that there? I do not. Right, all these floors that need to be there, including that. I wish I knew what that ring of electrical is, you know? Like this. What is this? Because there's no center point. So I'm not sure what all of these are. And I can't, you know, whatever it is, it's, you know, they're in there, and, you know, that's that in that case. But alright, I think we just scavenged another whole bunch of parts. At least another few. Alright. The only thing I worry about, though, is that this is actually an important piece. So we gotta see what is that? It's a teleporter. Where are you? Yeah, I think you're just a scaffold bit. am just completely fascinated by how much, you know, how many wasted parts. Let's just put it that way. I'm actually very, very happy I did what we're doing, because it is truly the only way Why does that look like a wire to me? But again, it's, you know, it's tough to tell sometimes. Alright, where are we? Alright, that looks like a wire. Like I drew a length of wire. Where are we in the build? There's a set of stairs. Where do those stairs lead to? I know where we are. Okay. That is... I know right where we are. Okay. We'll check there in a minute. Apparently I am now stuck. Okay. Yeah, sorry we didn't get a ton of building done, but we definitely realized that we missed severely severely miscalculated, you know, some part count bits. Alright, now I think we're good to get out of here. If I can remember how I got in here. Oh, wait. What are you? Alright, that's a single item. That's a light of some sort. So we gotta be careful there. Alright, that's gray roof. How the hell there we are. Alright, so this is... Aha. Another wire. Okay, that needs a wall. Or an item. Hey, plasma. Alright. I gotta be honest, I have no idea how many parts we have now. It turns into this crazy... you know, hunt. The amount of wire that I've left behind, that is really like one of the funny ones to me. But this is, you know, something you may want to consider if you do a lot of, well, we've also used a lot of parts here. So, so far we've been very fortunate. You know, obviously now I'm going to have to do a runabout and see, you know, if anything has changed majorly. I don't believe so. I think everything that I've pulled out has been, you know, like a wire or a cube, you know, the occasional floor, but usually non-collision items. You know, there's been a few, you know, wall bits, but for the most part, we got our floor back in here. Stickers there. Still kind of looks the way it did, so that's a bonus. And there was nothing around here really that was important that would have made a... Oh, you know what we don't need though? We don't need you in there anymore. Since we don't really need to save that. Oh, this is still there after removing the... This was gonna be something, never turned into something, so we should probably throw something on there. I mean, it doesn't really need to be there. Boom, you're gone. There's gonna be a sign at one point, but I think I'm just gonna say forget that. Now this thing is, you know, I really don't remember if there's anything under here or not, but I think for safety's sake, we're just gonna say that's done. I'm not gonna mess with that on any level. I've already reworked this a number of times at this point. And we've scoured it quite a bit out of this. We really, really have. I'm surprised on how much we've found. Wait, seriously. Can you usually tell when it might be a piece of wire? It's underneath here. I know what that is. But, you know, or like a pill light. What the hell? Gotta be switches or something. It's all connected. Yeah, I think it's the switches to make everything blink. It's been so long since I've worked in that spot, so. Yeah, this has been quite the adventure in terms of, oh, hey, there's another part I left, something we thought we were done with, or an area we were done with. But most of it, does have its purpose here. But we have managed to relocate, and we're going to do a final count in a moment. Well, final count for today. But I think, and I shouldn't say this because every time I've said it, but this was probably the most extensive scouring of parts at this point, and the amount of wire that I found was ridiculous. I couldn't believe there was that much. Could be a piece of wire, could be something else. All right. We should probably do a save. Doing anything over here, and then I decided to not. All right, we're gonna do a save. Boop. Blue healer. What's going on? Thank you. All right, what is this? Gotta be. What are these? See, this is a circle too. What was I doing here? I know these are pill lights. All right, whatever it is. Oh, I know what it is. Oh, but hey, look at that. It's garage doors. Or I think it's got to be. It's wire. What was I doing here? Oh, that might have been dumb of me. Oh, it certainly was. Okay. Shoot. I must have that same setup in the other spot. There's no way I'm getting to those wires unless I can remember how to cut through the piece to delete. Alright, so we did that. We came up here. Went down over here. Alright, so I need... that stops here. This is going to be a nightmare. Oh, maybe not. Well, that's handy. Maybe I can do that in the other room. I don't think so. I think that part's too thick. Alright, so that was in the floor, which would then be obviously in the ceiling down here. And that didn't disturb anything because I don't really have anything down here. Perfect. Yeah, this was pre-perfect circle, I think. It doesn't really matter at this point. None of your business. Welcome. Oh man, everyone's dropping in when I gotta get going shortly. I promised to help a friend of mine today. Supposed to do it yesterday, but he was kind enough to let me get away with not doing it yesterday because my back was killing me. Back's still not doing well today, but better than yesterday. Yeah, see, it's right here. right in the main mix of things. No worries, none yet. Thank you for stopping in and just saying hey. Hope you have a good day. We have managed to scavenge quite a bit of extra parts. I am pretty stoked. All right. I just wanted to make sure I didn't mess up the pattern. All right, last part count. And then I must be thinking about doing adulty stuff. But I have a feeling if we're past 50 at this point, right? I might swing back tonight. See what we can do to kind of bring some life to some of the, less, lit and decorated areas. We'll try to do something. All right, here we go. Yet another count for today. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55 is where we were at previously. $56, $57, $58, $59, $60, $61, $62, $63, $64, $65, $66, $67, $68, $69, $70, $71, $72, $73, $74, $75, $76, $77, $78, $79, $80, $81, $82, $83, $84, $85, $86, $87, $88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, you got to be kidding me, 94, 95, 96, 97, 97 parts. What? We just found almost 100 parts today. Old setup, stuff that wasn't needed anymore, wires galore. Yeah, we got 97. 97. 9 times. Movie quote. Sun has been absent 9 times. $97 parts. What? That's crazy. Yeah, 15,867. Yeah, 97 parts. All right. I guess we're not quite done yet. Unbelievable. That is so crazy. I can't even give it like that many wasted parts in here. And I'm sure there's more. I'm sure because this has been in R&D, the build mechanic changed when we first got into this, full scaling of all parts, etc., etc. As new techniques were learned and new parts and all that, we came into here. You know the story. And if you don't, there it is in a nutshell. 97 parts. Holy macaroni. I mean, those are going to go by like that. Don't get me wrong. We will eat through those like we're eating our favorite cookie. If Dave Bonte were here, I'd say Oreos. Wow, 97. I think I feel like I need to say that one more time. 97 parts. You got to be kidding me. Wow. And it was all wire, cubes, couple pavers. That's what started the hunt. Actually, was we dropped into the ground. We did a little hunt, and then we dropped into the ground, and there were 2 pavers and a couple things, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, all right, boom, boom. And I'm like, all right, let's comb. Let's just comb through. There's a lot of times I would use a wire for something, and I didn't shrink it. I didn't mean to shrink, to scale the part. Or I just needed it to, take apart, make it flat. Whatever the case may be. Or I would experiment, trying to get the right size and then forget I had 3, 4, 5 wires. And I only found a couple of them. Wow. Wow. That is freaking crazy. All right. Since we actually didn't get to any building today, I'm going to come back tonight after I get my errands done. And we are going to somehow use this 100 parts. I'm not sure when I'm going to get back. It will be a few hours, but not super late, hopefully. Let's see, I've got 1 o'clock now. Let's see, I get going down then. Probably in about 5 hours, right around 6:37 p.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Standard Time. Super B. Yeah. 97 parts. I'm sorry. I'm just like completely losing my mind. We have enough to do something, to actually make a significant. We could throw a building in, to fill in a gap. We could do a bunch more signs. We've got some lighting potential. We could add these in, to add that continuity I was talking about. Throw a couple pipes in some areas that I feel need it, to kind of, again, throw continuity into the, the build. We see some in areas, but then we kind of lack it in some others. Granted, some of it's, working underground, if we want to play that. Didn't I do this already? And I was like, I'll figure that out. No big deal. yeah, I am completely amazed that we found that many, you know, useless parts. I mean, not useless because it was used for, it was useful at one point for scaffolding and things of that nature. But useless now because they were hidden. I wasn't thinking about looking for that much. I completely had forgotten, PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 to, cross save and, you know, bits and pieces and breaks and whatnot, wherever you want to. The the lifespan of this build and the things that I have done and learned and created, you know, etc., etc., etc. You're bound to forget things in certain areas. Even though we periodically were going through, and trying to clean up as much as we could. But this is not what I would call a small environment. um, and as we were kind of going through and trying to figure out what we were doing with the environment, like originally there was going to be a little bar under there, and it was going to go down, and you'd have like a secret little area under there. But started realizing I was getting close on parts, and we never came back to that spot, to complete it. Things like that. And now we can, kind of go through and. What is that? Okay. And unfortunately, I cannot get at it. It is rather unfortunate. All right. So yeah, again, 97 parts. We found 97 parts today. Wow. I mean, that is seriously quite a bit. Way more than I thought was still left over. I mean, we've been doing this for a couple of days. We build a little bit, reach the the overall build limit, and then be like, all right, let's, look around a little bit. And, oh, hey, there's one. There's, hey, we got 4 or 5 pieces. 97 parts. All right. That's that. 97 to go. All right. I thought we were almost done. I guess not. We keep reaching it and then finding. I think this might be it. There might be 1 or 2, maybe 3 at most parts that we might locate, but I think we finally kind of run the gamut on where things might be hiding. We did a good sweep with both the electrical contact and the pyramid to see if it was going to snap to anything. I think we have discovered all of our setup parts, all of our setup pieces. So yeah, that's that. We are going to return tonight and try to figure out, since we didn't get any building done at all on this Monday build and chill, Monday morning build and chill, we'll do a Monday evening build and chill. And we'll try to actually build something. And yeah, I'm going to say we're going to be between 6:30 and 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight. That should that should be accurate in my timing. So don't forget to hit that notification bell. And also, you know the deal. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment, and all that jive. The notification bell will obviously tell you when I'm on again. And we will be returning tonight to actually get some building done. And, you know, we'll do a little bit more scavenging. You know, see if there's some things that we might be able to change and, you know, maybe save some parts and then change a few things stylistically to save a part or two. All right, y'all, but we got 97. That's a decent amount to work with, at least for, you know, tonight. So again, thank you so much. Let me take a look, see if there's anybody in my notifications that we can potentially raid. It's a Monday, so I'm going to say probably not. Oh, yeah. Oh, go check this out. I should be watching it, but I can't because I got to go do errands. Captain Steve is doing Relic base tours live. So go head on over to Captain Steve. Let me see if, I don't know how it's listed. Let me see if it's Captain. Or Cap. Could be Cap Steve. I forget how we did it. Could be Captain. I mean, if you don't have Captain Steve in your list of people to watch, what's wrong with you? I don't know how it's listed, but Captain Steve, go check him out. If you don't already know Captain Steve, get on that. I've known Captain Steve since, I can't even say when. A long time in this game. Met some great people through Captain Steve. And then through and through and through and through and through. So anyway, go check Captain Steve out. He's doing some Relic base tours. Speaking of base tours, we're going to do a Tuesday tour. We're going to try and get Ravens in, so we're going to kind of switch times on the building stream and the tour time. We're going to do tour time early, and we're going to do stream a little bit later in order to separate the two. All right, y'all. Thanks again. Go check out Captain Steve. This has been me, Kevin C. here at Action Pants Gaming. Wishing all of you out there in the No Man's Skyverse a little bit of love, peace, and Starship Grease. Get those action pants on. Get out there. Start building some wild and wacky stuff. We'll see you tonight. Take care, y'all. Bye, everybody.
Action Pants Gaming. Chill vibes tonight. Chill vibes tonight. Laid back life. Laid back. No stress, no fight. No stress, no fight. Throwing parts together. Throwing parts. Crafting all night. Get ready to build. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Chill vibes tonight. Chill vibes tonight. Laid back life. No stress, no fight. No stress, no fight. Throwing pots together. Crafting all night. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right.